What we have here, ladies and gentlemen, is a crack. Look how far in it goes. I made a mistake. Now it's time to erase that mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Scorpion. It's not done yet, but it will be. And when it is, it's going to be snazzy. So, anyway, if you want to see how I got to this point anyway, keep watching. Alright, so now we're going to start thinking about a body and a housing to this. Time to make some cuts. My belt sander part's completely destroyed. This flat plate that I use to make, bevels and make my knives all neat, it's worn. It's got a groove worn right in it, and it's messing up my crap. So, it has to be rebuilt, and that's got to be probably an episode of its own. Just because the time I'd be spending, making videos to have up, I'd be spending working on making a new sander. So might as well make it a video. Alright, now I'm going to take this pipe and make some cuts. Alrighty, so I have that pipe with a slit in it. I have these pieces and the blade. Somehow I'm going to make this all fit together, and I've got an idea, but I have no idea. So it's gonna be a little fiddle farting around with filing, and until I get these pieces to fit the way I want. Then we'll come back and figure out where we're gonna go from there. Alright, so I got this contraption going. Now we gotta do some beautifying. We're gonna take off the cutting wheel and go to the grinding stone and just shape a bunch of stuff. See what we come up with. Alrighty, so here I've got it together. And now it's a matter of cutting off the excess in the right spots and refining. Then we can almost fit a pin through here. I'm going to drill a hole, try to make a little round spot exactly here to put the pin in. Now the pins will there's no way to tighten that, and it won't fit. So there's going to hiccups. There's going to be a pin in there that's just big enough so that a third piece on either side can slide into what's left of that circle and completely block the pin from going left or right, holding the blade in nice and solid at all times. And then you're gonna have that like really nice refined blade. It's a complicated ass build. Alrighty. So I've got all this. I gotta cut this pin especially perfect to fit in there. Right in the eye of Sauron there. And let me I don't know what we're gonna do, but gotta refine this down a lot. Yeah, we'll see. Shout outs to S&S Method. My favorite Dremel tool is the miniature Wheel of Death. Here's my spring steel M I told you about. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's made of spring steel. It's an M. Now the most important part, not losing the tiny thing you just made and recognizing it's hot as shit when you pick it up. Okay. This, my friends, was an old drill bit. That's why it's so tough. That's why it's going to be the linchpin that holds us all together. Okay. We've got that tiny little pin. Oh, Jesus. Well, everything is the exact same color. Oh, I got it. Watch this. I'm going to show you a trick of the trade. Pinky. Pinky's touching. See that sucker go? But she's polished perfectly. Yeah, we got all these pieces here. We got these, we got that rotating thing, we got four different pins, and these tiny little pieces here, and the blade. There's still more pieces to be made for it to actually come together and work perfectly. That's beautiful. See how this pin works. Just kind of finagle that pin in there. God only knows. It's going to take some finagling, but the pin goes in there so that when you start spinning it, you know, and then something's going to go over and keep the pin steady. I got to make these tiny little pieces that fit in there perfectly, and probably sand the inside of that out. And God knows. Whoop. And if I could get that pin to go in any farther and get it to turn, I could show you how it closes. It looks pretty neat. We'll just try to simulate it. But it'll be something like boom, like right there. And it has these, which I'm going to mark, like refine those blades to like a single edge, just right down to an edge. So you can be like, shah, if you don't have your knife out, or something, and someone attacks you. I don't know. Scorpion. I'm going to call it the scorpion because it looks like a little scorpion stinger tail type thing. The blade had to be this whole thing had to be designed around the blade having that weird slit taken out of it. Now, no one will ever know that I fucking cracked it, because it's gone, and now it actually makes sense. Bing bang boom. Now we just need some kind of device, like I said, to keep that pin in there, and this will never come apart. It'll actually be less jiggly too. And then we'll have like wood scales or something. I don't know what we're going to go with yet. You'll have to tune in next time to find out, ladies and gentlemen. Next time on Cast Grill Forge.